Welcome to Classic Game Room. This is Darkstalkers Resurrection from Capcom, which is like Street Fighter 2 except weirder. And it has that Morrigan chick, who's like Cammy except sluttier. So I'm told. That's what Chun-Li says. It's the professionalism that makes this show great. When I first heard about this title, I was really excited because I didn't know that Capcom picked up the rights to Darksiders. And then I figured out I read the title wrong, but got excited again because I love Capcom's Dark Watch. Which this isn't either. It's Darkstalkers Resurrection, two games I already own called Vampire Hunter and Vampire Savior. A pair of mid-90s arcade fighting games combined into one awesome collection, getting the same treatment that Capcom gave the X-Men fighting games. You get two great games in one, a variety of viewing options, and if you're not that familiar with the Darkstalkers series, or Vampire series as it's known in Japan, if you like fighting games, I suggest you pick up this one. You should become acquainted with Darkstalkers and all the weirdos contained within. It's a lot like the Street Fighter series, except more interesting and flamboyant. With a refreshing style and a cast of characters that's genuinely enjoyable to play and get into. I'm glad to see Capcom bring these games back and get them into the mainstream while basically they play the same as any other fighting game. Stylistically, they're outrageous, and I think these games in particular would benefit from new versions on new hardware. But as you can see and hear, they're beautiful and sound great in this old school presentation, with a bunch of characters that I think you'll enjoy, although you might be familiar with some of them because they've appeared in other crossover games. As you play through the game, you earn experience and can apply that to unlocking various pieces of artwork in the picture gallery. You can obviously play two-player locally. You can also play two-player online. This is the PlayStation 3 version. Darkstalkers Resurrection is also available for the Xbox 360. And over the years, these have been released under various names for the Saturn, PlayStation, and PS2. I'm actually going to be reviewing the Saturn versions for the upcoming Sega Saturn Week on Classic Game Room. And I think you'll be impressed at how good they look and play, but this is pretty much identical, except they give you a lot of different viewing options like scan lines, the over-the-shoulder arcade cabinet view, and they should be applauded for keeping out of the way and just letting the game shine through. Darkstalkers Resurrection is excellent. This has got to be one of my favorite backgrounds in the series. Even though this has been around for many years by now, Darkstalkers feels like a fresh coat of paint over something familiar. And this fine downloadable collection effectively gives you two games in one with many options and loads of excellent fighting gameplay. So highly recommended, glad to see them return. Darkstalkers Resurrection. Now let's talk about Dark Watch, Capcom, because that game is awesome.